The only people that I've kept in touch with at college were the ones who were also homeschooled. Yeah. And no one talked about it, and then was like, wait, later, like 2 years later, it was like, you were homeschooled?
Yeah.
Oh, all right, well.
Hi everybody, it is homeschool month here on the Blimey Cow YouTube channel, and we want to do something kind of interesting today.
So we have some exclusive video content on homeschoolwithus.com, and what you're about to watch is one of those videos where Josh and I sit down and talk about our homeschooling experience.
And as we've mentioned this month already, if you join homeschoolwithus.com in the month of July, you get this shirt for free. So the video content that's on the website is all exclusive, but we're cheating just a little bit to show you a little clip just so you can see what kind of stuff we have going on over the site. We've got more video content to come over there as well.
So watch this, and then if you want the full thing, go to homeschoolwithus.com, and that's where you will have full access.
And full t-shirts.
And full t-shirts.
Jordan, what was homeschooling like?
Well, it changed for me a lot earlier than it changed for you, because we just did straight by like the books. My parents bought us a Becca is what we used.
I think
the majority
like
of everything.
90 to 95% of what we used was the Becca material.
But then once Becca came out with their DVD series, that you started doing that in high school, but I started doing it with you guys, and so I was doing it when I was in like 8th grade.
Oh, that's right. So the DVDs were literally, the camera was just on the classroom, and you just were one of the students in the class.
And the teacher would even ask you watching like questions, and then they'd wait for you to answer. I mean, that was kind of but it was cool because then I don't know.
I'm glad you liked it. I think that the situation was that I started in 9th grade, so I was already accustomed to doing school another way, and also at that point, I mostly just wanted to make videos and stuff, and so I just got so bored sitting there watching DVDs.
Yes.
But I think at that point, we didn't really know about like the greater homeschooling community. We didn't know about co-ops at that time. I don't know if there really were that many co-ops in Nashville at that time.
Yeah.
So it was like, well, once you get into these harder subjects that is hard to teach,
like writing papers and stuff, and really being seriously doing that.
Right. Then mom and dad needed some kind of support system, and so I think that's what those DVDs provided. We didn't really make friends that were doing co-op until I was like a junior in high school or whatever. So it was not until I was a senior that we actually enrolled in one. But at that point, you would have probably been starting high school.
Yeah, so I was in there my whole high school career. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, you weren't in there that long.
I literally, honestly, I only joined a co-op just to be there.
With everyone.
With everybody, yeah. In fact, the one class I joined was photography class. It was just because Kelly was in it, and I wanted to hang out with Kelly. Mom and dad kind of understood, okay, for Josh, this is a friendship, social thing, which was great. I couldn't believe, I was like, man, what?
Yeah.
What?
That was kind of the first thing where it was like, oh, homeschooling can be like a big social thing, and I think that's a part of the inspiration of Homeschool with Us. Because that was huge in our lives.
Yeah, that was a big shift.
Those are still our friends to this day, or a lot of people that were in that.
I haven't really kept up with many people that I met in college.
In college, no.
Yeah, people I met in co-op, I still know.
Yes, because you can relate to them because they were homeschooled. You know what I mean? The only people that I've kept in touch with at college were the ones who were also homeschooled, and no one talked about it. And then was like, wait, later. Like 2 years later, it's like, you were homeschooled?
Yeah.
Oh, all right, well.
But so you actually took
one of the core subjects.
Yeah, you took a core subject.
I took English and I took Spanish, but English was really big for me to take because I was terrified of like writing papers and having somebody critique it. And so my mom was like, hey, we need to put you into a class before you go to college so that you can really like get a good education on writing papers. And it turns out that was like a big passion of mine once I was in co-op, and then I became an English major, and I got summa cum laude, Josh, if you can even believe it, in writing papers and stuff. And that was I would stay awake at night, so terrified of college papers.
See, I never had that experience. So literally, all of my writing, anything I had done was just based solely on just the homeschool.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or like writing videos.
But you were always just Josh was always just naturally good at writing, like storytelling and stuff. I remember when we were driving 15 hours in the van to Florida to go visit family. Josh would have all these crazy elaborate like stories that he would write, like screenplays, and he'd read them to us while we're driving, and they were just hilarious. Like I remember thinking, dude, he's actually pretty good at this. So it's funny now that this is what we do, but you know, all that's because our parents encourage us to do what we like doing, and that's all the homeschool experience, like making videos for us. Our parents allowed us to do that.
I remember there being like a specific point where I could tell, like, okay, they're letting us forego school a little bit so we can make videos, and I appreciated that.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was such an unknown.
Yeah.
Like to be able to do this.
Yeah. Especially at the time. This was like the early 2000s when I remember the college I ended up going to, they didn't even have like a film department. Right. It was like, we'll send you on an internship to California for a semester. Wow. So like that was the idea, was like, oh, I might end up in California. But that was like, if you wanted to do video movie stuff, that was what you had to go to California. It's like a different world. I mean, this is what life was like in 2005, 2006. It's pretty crazy. Yeah. So that we were very appreciative that they gave us the freedom to do that, and just like, I mean, all those old the original Blimey Cow videos, that if you scroll all the way back to the very beginning of the timeline on our channel, you see all those are just extracurricular, probably had a ton of biology DVDs I hadn't watched yet. We're just sitting around making videos. Yeah, and it was like, obviously none of those videos are like super great or anything, but it was just, hey, they're getting experience doing this stuff. And with any kind of like video creative stuff, it's all about just getting as much experience doing it as you can versus like taking a class about it. I took TV classes in college, and I didn't really learn that much.
I feel like for parents, if you see your kids like getting along doing something, it's hard to make them stop doing that. To, like, hey, you guys need to like part ways and like do yours. Yeah. It's like, because it's so valuable to like learn how to interact with a group setting where you're all doing a common goal.
Yeah.
And I think that was important.
Now, one of the exclusive videos we have at homeschoolwithus.com is actually a really interesting, almost hour-long discussion that I had with the CEO of a company called Praxis, talking about whether or not college is still a viable option for kids right now.
Yeah. What if you could get an education and get a job, all while saving yourself a ton of money in the process?
And to be clear, what we're gonna tell you about right now is not for everybody, but if you're driven, creative, and ready to start, this might be the thing you're looking for.
It's perfect for homeschoolers. It's called Praxis. With Praxis, you can partake in an intense year-long program that will get you a job in your field without the cost and hassle of college.
Praxis has helped hundreds of young adults succeed, including our friend Ryan.
I kickstarted my career with Praxis back in 2017, and it has been so worth it. You learn a lot during their boot camp, and it really sets you up to succeed in your apprenticeship. I was barely through half of my apprenticeship when they offered me a full-time position, and the on-the-job experience I got at my apprenticeship gave me knowledge and skills that I still use today. And now, 5 years later, I have 5 years of job experience that simply wouldn't have been possible if I'd taken the college route.
Now, Praxis wants to share all of their secrets so that you can do the same thing as our friend Ryan. Just go to discoverpraxis.com/BlimeyCow, drop your contact info, and they'll send you a copy of Forward Tilt, which is their book on the success mindset for young adults just getting started in the real world.
If the idea of college is stressing you out, this is something you need to check out. Go to discoverpraxis.com/BlimeyCow and start your journey to a more rewarding career.
All right, let's play just a little bit more of the exclusive video.
Yes.
Okay, let's cheat just a little bit more to see what else you're missing when you're not hanging out at homeschoolwithus.com. I feel like I should say more nice stuff about you in this video. You've said so many nice things about me.
Well,
when you want to learn to do something,
yes,
you take it by the hands and you just.
I'm rewinding those Rebecca DVDs.
We won't hear from Jordan for 3 months, and when he emerges, he's suddenly like a chess master or something, where he's drywalled his whole home. I learned. I know.